The Oscar nominations are out. They out right now, bro. I'm going to be making my predictions in this video for what I think will win all of these categories. Obviously, things can change. Momentum can change. The general conversation and zeitgeist can change in a month or 2 months or however long it is until the show begins. I think it's like in late March or maybe like mid-March. I know it's in March, so it's in the ballpark of like 2 months or something like that. So by that point, maybe the whole situation is different and there's a whole new frontrunner for some of the leading categories. I don't fucking know. But for right now, let's make some predictions since we just got the nominations. And on top of that, let's talk about some of these snubs, some of the cool surprises. Let's have a little overview of how I'm feeling about the selections this year for the Academy Awards. You know, I always like to engage in the Oscars and the award shows. I think it's a good bit of fun. You know, subscribe and like and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these nominations. If you have any opinions about them, let me know about what those opinions are. So we're going to begin things right away with the new category, Best Casting. This is the first time the Academy Awards have ever thrown a bone towards the very talented casting directors, a very important role in this industry, and I'm really glad that they're going to get some recognition going forward. And since this is the first time they've ever done best casting, it's hard to say like where they lean. When I think of good casting, I need to be completely unable to imagine anybody else playing the main roles of the film, but also things like the extras, the brief little appearances, all of these things contribute towards the film's world building, and I think it takes a really keen casting director to bring all of those pieces together. We have Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and The Secret Agent. All super valid. Marty Supreme is a nomination I'm in two kind of minds about, because in one sense it's cool that, you know, they cast so much unpredictable talent, you know, like the fucking homeless guy with the golden voice and Tyler the Creator, but on the other hand, dodgy cunt, really dodgy cunt, a horrible exploitative piece of trash. So yeah, it's a shame he's in this movie. It sucks that he's in it because he wants to do more movies. I think I saw him say, and yeah, I don't know, it opens up a Pandora's box that I just think is very, very cruel and unjust and not right. Is it good casting though? Like, I guess as far as like authenticity, like, that's just stupid. Like, oh yeah, we wanted to get like a CEO billionaire asshole like type of character, so we got a real CEO like, I guess, but like, dude, you could just, you know, acting is a thing. You can get a really good actor to play that role, because by actually giving, you know, someone like that this opportunity, it's just, I don't know, it's just, it feels like it kind of goes against the moral of the movie in a way. It seems contradictory and yeah, it seems kind of stupid in my opinion, but yeah, that's there. One Battle's got fucking pitch perfect casting, to be honest. Sinners too. Hamnet as well, really great casting. I mean, you found some fucking good child actors, I'll tell you that much. Secret Agent being there is yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not like Oscar or like awards brained yet when it comes to casting. I'll go with One Battle for my prediction and pick. Documentary short, haven't seen any of them. I don't really watch short films ever in my life. I don't know any of these. I'll follow all the subreddits and stuff, because I quite like the ones I did watch from last year's nominations. So yeah, I'll make some time for those, hopefully. I hope so. Maybe not. We'll see. Visual effects, I mean, Avatar's walking away with that, and I'm not gonna, you know, not gonna argue that. You know, I'm not a fucking, you know, idiot. Oh yeah, Sinners broke a world record, by the way. Most nominations literally ever for a single movie. That's pretty cool. Did see this tweet though, which does speak on, you know, partly why that happened probably. But to be honest though, Sinners, it's a great film. It's a great all-rounder. You look at some of the big awards players this year, it was just an accident. Sentimental Value, Hamnet, yada yada yada. You know, a lot of the films that are in the running don't particularly specialize in amazing costume work or production design or visual effects. Sinners kind of is excellent in all of them. Makeup, costume, it's like there is great, amazing work in like every category department in the Oscars happening in Sinners. It can kind of very comfortably, unarguably fit the bill to be nominated everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like an all-rounder, and it's like, yeah, you know, nominate it for all that shit. It did great stuff in all of these departments. I feel like Sinners, cinematography-wise, is really slept on, by the way. There are some fairly generic-looking shots in it, sure, but ultimately, the amount the cinematography does end up defining the general tone and visual language of that film, it's pretty hard to deny, especially when it comes to the moments that are a bit flashier. The blocking in the long takes during the juke party situation, obviously the music scene with that sweeping floating shot. There is some really incredible shit happening in the cinematography. It might not come off like a cinematography movie, but I do think that's actually a big reason why that film kind of bangs as hard as it does. Didn't actually announce that we've moved into the category of best cinematography. Frankenstein's in here, Marty Supreme's in here, One Battle's in here, and Train Dreams is in here. No Hamnet, that is out of control. No Other Choice, but you know, of course not. No Other Choice got 0 nominations literally anywhere. That is fucked up. Same thing happened with the last Park Chan-wook film, Decision to Leave, not even an international feature film, which made less sense because there was definitely room for Decision to Leave. This year, international films are particularly stacked for award season. So I guess fair enough, but still, it's a bit of a shame because no other choice is fucking great. But yeah, for best cinematography, let's just talk about it. Frankenstein being here, I think, is a real shame. Like, the entire film has the potential to look like actual magic, but it never does. It looks wooden, glossy, stiff, awkward, floaty, and distracting. It's one of the worst parts of the movie, and yet here it is, and I can't believe it because it's the same cunt that did Nightmare Alley. It was not an issue in Nightmare Alley. Happy to see Marty Supreme here, to be honest. I think that film has tremendous cinematography, very close quarters, suffocating, but very intentional cinematography. Every shot communicates quite a lot, but still manages to feel so loose and handheld, like you're in the room. One Battle cinematography is ridiculous. I would not be shocked if that won this. Some incredibly iconic shots in that film that are impossible to forget, and I already gave my piece on Sinners. Train Dreams, though, is my pick here, and I don't like that movie. But that is an incredible looking movie. It captures the soft beauty and the simple things really eloquently without over-lighting it, over-color grading it. It's very natural and tender, observational. It's lovely cinematography. And it's one of the most powerful things in that film, in my opinion. My pick would be Train Dreams, but my pick for the winner, I think I could see One Battle taking this. I think One Battle is going to do pretty well. We have Best Film Editing. Normally the Best Film Editing category is a bit boring. They normally just sort of pick whatever the 5 most acclaimed films of this particular award season are, but they didn't do that this time. They chucked in F1 and Sentimental Valley, which I actually respect because there's some cool editing choices in there. You know, the editing particularly is quite important to one of the biggest moments in the ending sequence of the film and how it sort of subverts what you think is happening. This isn't really too flashy or anything, but the sort of cuts to black throughout Sentimental Valley, they are very effective. I was really into that, actually. I thought it was really cool. F1 is very much a film editing movie, though. That's what I mean. I feel like most of the time with the Oscars, they don't highlight films that particularly excel in editing. A film like No Other Choice is very particularly geared towards editing. I feel like that is how they should do this. You know what I mean? Like 28 years later is doing some very particularly striking, not so interesting, creative things with its cinematography, with its editing, but it's just not like an awardsy movie. It's not maybe as good as, say, a Marty Supreme or One Battle, in your opinion, my opinion. I mean, obviously that's all subjective, but like that's a film that I feel like deserves a nod for what it's doing with editing. But I guess the counter argument to that is one of the biggest reasons why One Battle is so good, or is because of the editing. Anyway, Marty Supreme would be my vote here because it's 2.5 hours. Not for a minute is it dull. It's actually just shocking how lightning fast and blistering it is. It's a treat. I've been to see it 6 times now. It doesn't even slightly drag ever. It's like, it's a fucking gorgeously edited film. Let's think about this right now. The narration, the voiceover, the needle drops, bro. The way the score creeps in and plays the entire song, and each moment that the music is scoring is beautifully accentuated by the specific parts of the score that they are scoring. But it's all so beautifully, densely edited, communicating so much, all of it bizarrely clearly. The editing in Marty Supreme is fucking magic, man. Give it to Marty Supreme, please, please. What will get it? I don't know. I could see Sinners winning. I could see F1 fucking winning this, man. Let's go Sinners. Best sound. I'm not actually sure how many of Sinners nominations are like locks, to be fair. It might go home surprisingly empty-handed. I don't know. But anyway, best sound. No Marty Supreme for best sound. That's fine, even though I think the sound mix is incredible in that film. Frankenstein, yeah, cool. Don't mind it. F1, fair enough. That's again a kind of a sound movie. By the way, Warfare was not even in the shortlist for this. Crazy. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. One Battle, Sinners, and Surat valid. I mean, Surat should win this. I really hope it does, actually. I think it might have a shot because the Zone of Interest won that year, and that wasn't like the biggest awards player in that category that year. You know, I'd say right here, like Sinners and One Battle are bigger awards players this year than fucking Surat, but Surat is more geared towards sound specifically. I think Surat could win it. I'm gonna fucking predict it. I reckon Surat wins sound. That would be fucking awesome. Oh my god, that'd be so great. It's hard sometimes to get in the heads of these awards cunts, but I could see a reality where Surat wins that. I think that's not too out of the question. Best production design, I think this is going to be Frankenstein. I really hope it is. That's one of the best parts of Frankenstein. Every building in that fucking movie, exterior, interior, all of it was absolutely ridiculous. The underground area where Frankenstein was keeping the monster, his lab, and just all the little sort of trinkets and detail everywhere. It was so lovingly made. Like that. This is Guillermo del Toro's fucking playhouse right here, man. And you really feel that. But yeah, all of these would be really, really good picks. Marty Supreme for sure. The fucking bowling alley where the hustling scene, incredible production design. The dedication to authenticity in that film is stupid. And yeah, Hamnet and Sinners would also be, you know, really, I feel like One Battle would be the strangest win here, because I think its strengths just don't lie in its production design. Like, not that it's bad, it's just not like one of the highlights of the movie. Frankenstein probably should win this, and I think it probably will. Best makeup and hairstyling, yeah, Smashing Machine got in here, Ugly Stepsister got in here, Koku, I don't know what this movie even is, Kokuho, never heard of it. Ugly Stepsister being here is wild, dude. Isn't that like a pretty low budget, like B horror movie? I don't know if it's like B movie, but it's like, it's pretty like fucking out of left field that this is here. That's really weird. What isn't here that should have been here? You know, to be fair, Mighty Supreme, again, that's a shout. Fucking like freckles and stuff on Timmy's face. He doesn't have those. My guy's got clearer skin than Marty Mauser. And you got Kay Stone's whole get up, you know, and she's on set as well. Like, there's quite a lot of good makeup and hairstyling in Mighty Supreme. But no, the other Safdie got a nom here for Smashing Machine. This one definitely should be Frankenstein, though. I haven't actually seen Kokuho or The Ugly Stepsister, so maybe I'd change my pick. But I'm happy to pick and predict Frankenstein. Sinners would also be a good win, but Frankenstein, it's kind of a makeup and hairstyling show. We have costume design, dude. I cannot believe that Wicked showed up literally nowhere. That's wild. I thought it'd get at least costume design, or maybe original song, but I don't think it was even an original song. I'll check in a moment. Costume design, yeah, Frankenstein again should totally win this. This is sort of where Frankenstein was at its best, you know, when it was highlighting all of these things, which the cinematography so frequently failed to fucking do. Mighty Supreme for sure, some of the best fits of the year in that movie. Hamnet absolutely is a good shout here. And you know what? Fucking hell, Sinners. Some great tailors were on the set of Sinners. But yeah, when I'm looking individually just at the costumes, the best costumes on display in this category, it was in Frankenstein. Let's give it to that, please. I never watch documentaries, man. It's one of my biggest failures as a viewer of things. I don't know. I should watch more documentaries. I haven't seen any of these. I've only heard of one of them, The Perfect Neighbor. So no comment there. Best animated feature. I need to see Arco, man. I've only watched 2 of these movies. Sorry, one of them. I've seen K-pop Demon Hunters. I did not like it. That is a bad movie, in my opinion. I felt like it was really feeding into the palm of the hand of the fan base of K-pop in a way that was low-key exploitative. I don't know. It wasn't that good of a movie, in my opinion. Also, the dialogue's shit. I hear Arco rules. Looks like a cool-ass movie. I hear Little Amelie's pretty good, too. Heard Elio was like, you know, whatever. And Zootopia 2. I like the first Zootopia. I think the first Zootopia's alright. It's a good time. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, though. I would like to try it. I'm sure it's pretty decent. I'm gonna give my pick. I'm gonna give my vote to Arco. Fuck it. Even though it's coming from a very unfair place, having only seen one of these. Best international feature, I would give this to Sentimental Value. You guys know how I feel about that if you saw my last video about my favorite movies of the year. I got respect for Secret Agent. I got respect for It Was Just an Accident, even if I didn't love those movies as much as other people did. I still think they are very good movies. It Was Just an Accident especially has my maximum fucking respect given the conditions it was made in. I think more films that highlight and scathingly critique the horrible outcomes and kind of ripple effects of corrupt world leaders, like any film that sort of puts a highlight on that, I think should be championed, because to me that's a big reason why film is so powerful, because it allows us to sort of see these things in a way that's very non-judgmental and honest and pure, and that's exactly what It Was Just an Accident was, and that's exactly what The Voice of Hin Rajab also looks like. That film comes out I think like tomorrow in the UK. I'll have to go check that out soon. Looking forward to seeing that, but yeah, my vote handedly goes to Sentimental Value. I love that movie quite a lot. Best original score, no fucking mice. Oh, you cunt. You dickhead. I hate you, Academy. I hate you all. My favorite score of the year is Daniel Lopatin's Mighty Supreme score. I love that score. Big Daniel Lopatin fan, big Mighty Supreme fan. The Call, Force of Life, Endo's Game, Holocaust Honey. The amount of bangers on that soundtrack is ridiculous. However, the nominees here are not too bad. They're all pretty damn good scores. Hamnet got in there. That's fair enough. Max Richter's kind of an OG. I did enjoy how muted and painful and quiet and subtle and beautifully well punctuated that score was. One battle after another is my comfortable pick here. Johnny Greenwood, you know, Israel opinions aside, he is a master composer. Don't think he's ever won an Oscar before. That is a really fucking great score. Sinners is gonna win this though. That Sinners score is kind of fucking silly. Burgonia's score is incredible too, and Frankenstein's score was pretty dope. You know, it's my least favorite here probably, but it was still pretty good. Sinners is gonna win it, my prediction, but my pick is One Battle. It's just so unorthodox and interesting. It's an interesting use of music in a movie. Best original song, Dear Me from Diane. The hell is that? Yeah, my vote here is I Lied to You for sure. I'm picking I Lied to You. Train Dreams is a shout though, but what's gonna win it? Is it gonna be Golden? You know what? No, I don't think it will be. I think I Lied to You is gonna win. Best original screenplay, Blue Moon got in here. I don't know. The more I sit with Blue Moon, I don't know, man. I don't know. That wasn't very good, was it? Kind of a fucking annoying movie, bro. Definitely would not be my vote here, I'll tell you that. The screenplay was obnoxious in this movie. My vote here, I mean, shocker, it goes to Mighty Supreme. That screenplay is the best shit ever. Want to get physical? like an ape. I can sell shoes to an amputee. So what? Oh, I just saw sentimental values here though. Fuck. It might not be as easy of a... Actually... Ah, shit. Only one of those films has sentimental values ending. The sentimental value is very elevated by its acting, I think. The ensemble acting in that film carries so much of its power. It's a tough one, dude. You know what? I'm overcomplicating it. I think my vote is Mighty Supreme. Low-key predicting Mighty Supreme. Am I crazy? Am I gonna predict Mighty Supreme? I think I am. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fucking predict Mighty. Fuck it. Adapted screenplay. Bugonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle, Train Dreams, One Battle is walking away with it, and deservedly so. That is an incredible fucking screenplay, dude. That is the kind of screenplay that you can only write if you live and breathe film. Like, that is a screenplay destined to be on the big fucking screen. Bugonia is a really good shout. I love that screenplay too. Not a big fan of the other screenplays here though. I'm not a big Hamnet guy. Kind of thought Hamnet was bad, to be honest. More like badness. One Battle screenplay is stunning overall. I do think it is great, even though I know some people do take issue with the way some of the characters at the beginning of the film were written. It was a little bit kind of white male gaze coded. I can't really deny that necessarily. I do see the point of view there, but ultimately when I look at the entirety of that screenplay, from the humor, the characterization, the absurdism of the film, the way it does kind of somehow wrangle all of that into a pretty damn hopeful and powerful message, it's a pretty stunning screenplay. So it's a lot of balancing happening. I think it would be a very deserved win. Best director, we have Paul Thomas Anderson, Ryan Coogler, Josh Safdie, Joachim Trier, and Chloe Zhao. I was so sure Guillermo del Toro was going to be in here, but then Sentimental Value rocked up on screen, and I was like, whoa, okay, that's pretty great. Because as much as I love the guy, del Toro, he kind of got in his own way a little bit too much for my liking in Frankenstein. I think this is a fucking good-ass crop. All just great. I would say the direction on all of these movies, like, they are achieving what they set out to do with extreme precision, you know, all of them. Ryan Coogler, fucking amazing work on Sinners. Labor of love in every sense. Josh Safdie, I feel like, is punching so above his weight with Mighty Supreme. He's just pulling off such an incredible feat with that movie. And I say the exact same thing for fucking Paul Thomas Anderson. Joachim Trier, you know, I think he got really, you know, tender and sensitive, vulnerable with Sentimental Value, man, in a new way for him, you know, from what I've seen of his work at least. I mean, they would all just be such a great pick. Chloe Zhao as well. Even though I'm not the biggest Hamnet fan, I mean, I love what she did with that film and communicating a story about a guy burying himself in his art to make something that allows him to get through grief and loss. And I feel like Chloe Zhao demonstrated a very similar care and sensitivity with her film that kind of mirrored what Shakespeare was going through. All very intentional work, but for me, my pick here, it's got to be Josh Safdie. The way he directs is exactly the type of fire I want to see, man. That's the type of shit that really gets me going and reminds me of why I fucking love movies. But my prediction is that it's going to go to Paul Thomas Anderson, and you know what? I can't even be mad at that, because that's one of my favorite directors on the planet. Like, I'd probably put him in my top 3 of all time. Paul Thomas Anderson, to my knowledge, has never won Best Director. That is absolutely insane. There Will Be Blood, Boogie Nights, Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love, Phantom Thread. This man's never won Best Director. He's one of the best to ever do it. I really hope he wins it, and I really fucking hope he mentions Ice. No, like, fucking put your money where your mouth is, bro. Like, Ryan Coogler's doing that. He didn't even make a movie about it. At least not, like, directly, you know, maybe allegorically, you know, interpretation, blah, blah, but yeah, that's weird, bro. Now we are in Actor Zone. Best Supporting Actor, Benicio del Toro, Jacob Elordi, Delroy Lindo, Sean Penn, and Stellan Skarsgård. Who got snubbed? Paul Mescal got snubbed. I love Paul Mescal. I'm a big fan of Paul Mescal. I love Paul Mescal. I do. But he was the weakest part of Hamnet to me. Not even that the performance was bad. There were moments where he did really impress me. There were definitely parts of the film where I was moved by what he was doing, particularly early on in the film. But ultimately, I think how he read the tone was clearly, to me, like, different to everyone else. I don't know, like, his flowery ass monologues that just fucking spell out the point of the movie to you. I thought he handled them with a little bit of hokey hamminess. It just wasn't really fitting for the quiet tone of the movie, in my opinion. I just didn't think it was that good of a performance. I thought he transformed that character into something that made the movie worse. So I'm happy to see him not here, respectfully. Delroy Lindo got in, man. That's fucking sick, bro. He's really good in Sinners. He's one of the best parts of Sinners. My pick is Sean Penn. I think Sean Penn's performance is unbelievable. I hope he wins, but I don't think he's gonna win it. I think he's won enough of, maybe that's what it is. He's won enough fucking Oscars. Maybe that's why they're given the, you know, the awards to the other guys. I bet this whole time I've been thinking, oh yeah, clearly Sean Penn's gonna win it. His performance is insane. How the hell does he not win it? But he's not won shit, dude. It's been Stellan Skarsgård or Jacob Elordi, which has been cool to see. I mean, those are great performances as well. I love those performances. But it has made me like eat my words. I'm like, god damn, I really thought Sean Penn was walking away with it, but apparently not. It seems like the favorite right now to win is Stellan Skarsgård, which honestly I would not be mad at all about. I think Benicio is probably the weakest performance here, but even then, that's still a great part of the movie. He's fucking hilarious in the film. He's great in the movie. Like, these are all great performances, dude. I would love to see any of them win, but my pick would be Sean Penn. My prediction, I think Stellan Skarsgård's got it. Jacob Elordi as well would be a really good win, because that performance made me cry. Best part of Frankenstein. Best supporting actress, by the way. Elle Fanning got in there over Chase Infinity. Wait, no, Chase Infinity's in... Wait, what did she... Sorry. Hold on. Who did Elle Fanning get in there instead of again? Who was like the other one? Odessa. It was Odessa. Fuck. It was Odessa. Shit. That's who I meant. Sorry. Odessa Rosayan is not here. That is a shame. I love Elle Fanning. I thought she was excellent in Sentimental Value. Really good performance. Wasn't as good as Odessa in Some Ice Cream. It wasn't. Inga, sure. Inga was particularly incredible in Sentimental Value. Fair enough. Amy Madigan's in here. Look. It's cool that she's there, I guess. It's like a very fun performance, don't get me wrong. It's just so fucking weird that it's here. It's just really strange. It's, to me, one of the least, like, interesting performances in Weapons. Like, it's a showy performance, you can't take your eyes off it, it's a commanding performance, but there's not really a lot about it, like, about the performance, that gives you much beyond just, like, the wow factor. Like, the character's interesting, the way the character's written is fascinating, but the performance, there's, like, the least to think about there. It doesn't really strike me as, like, this tour de force performance that should be in this category, personally. I don't know, it's kind of weird that it's here, but whatever. Tiana Taylor's looking like the favorite to win, which is great. She's excellent in the film. Like, she's extremely good, but she's only in it for, like, you know, a couple minutes. Has a very fleeting screen time. I think that, for me, reduces how passionate I am towards her character and her performance and blah, blah, blah. I don't really feel too much when I think of my favorite supporting performances of the year. I don't know, Tiana Taylor doesn't really stick out as one of my personal favorites, even though it was undoubtedly one that improved the film. My vote here would be probably Inga or would be Masaku. I mean, they were both exceptional. Personally, Inga gets my favorite vote there. I mean, she was one of the most powerful parts of Sentimental Value, which is a film that I think is like kind of peak powerful. I think the winner is going to be Tiana, though. I think that's going to be my prediction. Best actress, we have Jessie Buckley, right? Rose Byrne, Kate Hudson, Renata Reinsve, Emma Stone got in there for Bugonia. That's wild. I remember talking to some people in the film club group chat I'm in about how, yeah, Emma Stone, there's no way. The category's too stacked this year, bro. I mean, you got Amanda Seyfried, Chase Infinity, nowhere to be seen, bro. The fact that Chase Infinity was even in lead is really weird to me. She's definitely supporting, in my opinion. If fucking Stellan Skarsgård's supporting, then so is Chase Infinity. Anyway, that's semantics. It doesn't matter. Let's just look at what we got. We got Renata Reinsve. My vote here personally is Rose Byrne. Personally, my pick here is Rose Byrne. But prediction, Jessie Buckley, and I'm not even gonna slightly try and dispute that, because that performance was sensational, man. Like, I was watching that truly like with a knot in my stomach. Like, I'm watching a woman go through this. Like, this is not something you just do. Like, you don't act like this unless you've been through some horrible shit. That is an absolutely aching performance, man. It, like, even in the most quiet moments and in the most loud, painful, screeching moments, that performance is guttural. I'm not gonna take anything away from Jessie Buckley, but for me personally, the performance out of these five that I find myself the most interested in, amused by, fascinated by, the one that got the most physical reaction out of me personally, the most squirms, the most dizzying moments of shock, that was from Rose Byrne. She did a lot for me in this movie. That was a tremendous performance. I haven't seen Song Sung Blue, can't speak on that. Renata Reinsve's screen time wasn't as much as anyone else in here, but that doesn't mean the performance wasn't amazing. It's a really moving performance. A more understated performance, but an effective one all the same. And Emma Stone was incredible in Bugonia. There's no way she wins that, though. Imagine that. They give it to Emma Stone. Really, bro. Again, man, like, cool, she's great, but come on, man. Now Jessie Buckley's got this one in the bag. Best actor, no Plemons. I was hoping Ethan Hawke would get the fuck out here. I'm sorry. Ethan Hawke's performance was impressive. It's a pretty transformative performance. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Ethan Hawke, he wasn't exactly fucking subtle. You know, it was a very loud performance for most of the film, at least, not all the time. But you know, that's just not really what I care about when it comes to. I don't know. I respect it. I get it. It's a great performance. I'm not going to argue. Ethan Hawke, he's one of the best actors like to ever do it, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not that moved by him in Blue Moon. But then again, I just wasn't really that moved by Blue Moon in general. When I think of the other options, dude, I'm just saying Jesse Plemons was a performance that I got more out of that. I've just got more out of that one. It might not be a better performance, you know, by whatever metrics you want to go by. Sure, I wouldn't argue that, but for me, I would have given the spot to Clemens. But yeah, Chalamet's getting this Oscar, dude. I'm super down. That's my pick as well. That's my favorite performance here. I think Chalamet and Mike Supreme is the real business. He's genuinely phenomenal in that movie. And I've been seeing on TikTok a lot of like Michael B. Jordan versus Timothée Chalamet battles. Michael B. Jordan played 2 roles. What the fuck? He deserves, like, he should be nominated twice. I don't know. I don't know if people are actually saying that. I just made that up. Look, I'm gonna be real, okay? Michael B. Jordan was great in Sinners, fantastic in Sinners, but it was not Timothée Chalamet and Mike Supreme. I don't think we're overhyping what Chalamet did in Mike Supreme. He is darting all over the place, running all over the place, trying to maintain breath control while he speaks at 50 words per second, but all of it's extremely clear and conniving and manipulative and showing you so many unspoken sides of the character. Like what Chalamet is doing in Mike Supreme is crazy, okay? And then you got the ping pong shit as well on top of that. He's also extremely fucking hilarious in the movie. Chalamet's always been really good with comedy. And I feel like Mike Supreme is kind of secretly like a damn near full-on comedy. Like every fucking scene, it has at least a couple really funny moments in it. It's a tremendous performance. It's a seriously tremendous performance, bro. It's all it's cracked up to be. Leonardo DiCaprio is amazing in One Battle, 2, seriously good. Wagner Moore is amazing in Secret Agent, dude. Painful performance. That's like what I'm talking about, bro. Like what I'm saying, like I like quieter, more muted performances. Wagner Moore is hypnotic in Secret Agent. Him sort of trying to battle internally, being undercover, not letting his emotions win and sort of blow his cover, as he's sort of also trying to reckon with his past and the revenge he wants to get. He managed to say all of this without fucking saying it, making the moments where he did say it feel validating and feel like, oh shit, I'm really understanding a wider image of this character. Like, it was an incredible showcase of acting there. Like, it's a good fucking crop ultimately. And even the shit Ethan Hawke, like, that's just personal taste. It's still an amazing, it still deserves to be here. But yeah, my pick and my prediction is gonna be Tim. And that brings us to Best Picture. Our 10 films are Bugonia, Frankenstein, F1, Hamnet, My Supreme, One Battle After Another, Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Trained Dreams. F1 is in here, dude. That is so embarrassing. Had a feeling it might sneak in. I was seeing some doubters. I was seeing some conversation, people saying, don't sleep, F1 might sneak in. And the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I could totally see it. It wouldn't actually shock me too much. It's kind of what the Oscars do. Every now and again, man, they like a big car movie, and it's the Top Gun Maverick guy, and it sold really well. It's a movie that everybody knows, everybody went to see. It was a super successful film. It might even be the most successful film here. I think it definitely is. But that spot would have gone to It Was Just an Accident, which makes its placement here a little bit more shit. Because It Was Just an Accident is a film that really deserves as much shine as possible, given that the director is like, isn't he like fighting off jail time? That is a crucial movie, and it's a shame it didn't get a Best Picture shout, considering that it did win the Palme d'Or. It did have the support behind it, but no, we thought, you know what, let's throw a nom to F1, because that was so good. I've been saying it since I saw it. You know, while it's on, it's a good time, sure. The moment it's over, you forgot you ever saw it. That was my experience, at least. My least favorite film here is probably Hamnet. Fucking hell. Hamnet pissed me off, dude. Whatever, it's fine. Really don't fuck with it when films very explicitly want you to cry. It's a film that ended up kind of going full circle and becoming not very feelable for me, which is, yeah, a little ironic. Clearly, it just desperately wanted me to feel so much, and I felt like I could just see through it the whole time. Train Dreams as well. Didn't love the narration. I thought the film was like interpreting itself for me with the fucking narration. And Joel Edgerton, I don't know, he didn't really bring too much to that fucking role, in my opinion. Like, I get that he's like absorbing it and sort of taking in the world in a very pure way as time passes by, and I get that that's like really a really real thing. But I don't know, I feel like other films, like maybe like Perfect Days, have succeeded in maybe making me understand and resonate with that feeling stronger on film. Train Dreams took a kind of a backseat approach to it that I guess worked for a lot of other people, but I don't know, I just didn't really find it to be all that moving. Those would be my 2 least favorite films here. Overall, I thought they were pretty bad, but that's just me. I still think they both belong here. They both deserve, like, even the films I don't fuck with, I can respect the fact that they're here. Frankenstein's a good movie. I feel like I could really enjoy Secret Agent on a rewatch, actually, but as I have it now, I enjoyed it. Mike Supreme, One Battle, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. 4 fucking bangers right there. Bugonia is what, 5 bangers right there. I am really glad Bugonia made it in. It did seem for a minute that Bugonia was going a little under the radar during this whole awards campaign. For my prediction, I think overall, One Battle will take it. I feel like it's between One Battle and Hamnet. Wouldn't be shocked if Hamnet takes it, but for right now, I think as far as momentum, critical acclaim, the audience's reaction, and just the general support and push it's been having, One Battle just seems to have gone down a treat at damn near every award show. Hamnet, though, similarly really is just a very awards friendly kind of film. I could definitely see that winning, and I wouldn't be too mad at that, to be honest, even if I'm not a big fan of the film. My pick though is Marty. I want Marty to win. That would be my biggest like hype moment if that one. There you go. That's everything I got to say on the awards this year. Roll on Oscars, baby. I'm looking forward to watching them. Conan O'Brien hosting again. Thank fuck. Should be a good time. It's fun. It's a good award season. Look, man, they're rich people jerking each other off. Like, yeah, I get it. There's a lot to bitch about, I guess. But look, man, what are you gonna do, right? You know, yeah, I'll enjoy it for what I can. But I'll acknowledge when it's fucking trash as well. F1 being here is sucks. Anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.